everyone, and thank you so much for joining us on this very special and important week, Mental Health Awareness Week. We wanted to use this time to help the industry get to know our TTG and Add to Lifeline's Get Travel Talking champions a bit more. I am really delighted to be joined today by Idle Travel's Tony Mann. Tony, how are you doing?
Yeah, very well, thank you. Really good. Busy, which is good. Just come back from Madeira, which is even better. So I had an amazing time there. But yeah, everything touch wood is good, but yeah, very busy.
Fantastic. Busy is like what we like to hear. And we thought we'd use this opportunity for the industry to get to know our champions a bit more. For those who don't know, they're undertaking mental health first aid training and looking to really be a bit of a network and a touch point for the industry for those in need with their mental health issues and to help us all as we kind of get through this busy, as Tony said, exciting time, but also a very stressful one as well. So in the moments we've got today, Tony, perhaps would you like to kind of start by introducing yourself and telling those who don't know perhaps a bit about you and your business?
Yeah, so my name's Tony. I'm from Idle Travel in Bradford. So in a village called Idle. So just to let everybody know, somebody who I spoke to in the conference in Madeira was surprised that there was a place called Idle. Idle by name, but not by nature. We've been in travel for 39 years, something I totally just fell into, but actually something I totally love. As stressful as it is, and as hard as it is in normal times, and definitely what it's been like the last couple of years. So we're a high street agency. We sell everything travel, and that's it. I'll tell you my age. I think I'm 59 years old, and everybody will look and think, wow, he's obviously had an even harder life than most travel agents. So something I've fallen into. 39 years I've done it, but I still love the industry. I think it's a brilliant industry to be in.
Yeah, I think that passion just exudes through the Zoom screen, definitely, I think, Tony, for sure. And in terms of Get Travel Talking, it was a campaign that TGG started a couple of years ago now at the start of the pandemic. And with Get Travel Talking champions, people who want to kind of put their hand up and have this mental health first aid training to help the industry. What was it that kind of attracted you to the scheme? And what does, I suppose, mental health mean to you personally?
Yeah, it means a lot. The thing with regarding mental health, I was my mum suffered it for years and years, and so it was something I became aware of when I was at an early age, as my mum went through her illness, and completely different to how it's treated now. It certainly had a stigma about it then, and something actually not talked about. And as I got older and people in the family had kind of kept it quiet, which was strange to me. But yeah, so something really close to my heart. So it's definitely something that they wouldn't talk about then, but definitely needs to be talked about now.
Absolutely. And you being a business owner as well over the last couple of years, has it become a lot more apparent to you in your business and with your team? Is it something that you really like to focus on with the agency?
Yeah, I think it's important that, people around you, whether it's your work colleagues, your friends, do you know something? This mental health will touch you in some shape or form. It'll touch everybody, and whether it's yourself, and I would say that the majority of people, if not all, will suffer in some ways from it. But if not, there'll be somebody next to you that will be going through their problems. And I think it is one of those things that look, we're in travel. And actually, if people who know me will say that I talk too much, and actually this is about somebody who's struggling, talking about it, and actually, if you like, me listening at this point. So I think it's really, really important to do. And so I would say to anybody out there, if you are struggling in any shape or form, this thing creeps up on you really, really quickly, and it can consume you as well. So it's really important that you find somebody to talk to. It's not easy to talk to the probably persons near you all the time. Although if it is, then, but definitely to talk about it. It's not something to be embarrassed about. And I think a lot of people they are embarrassed when it's got it's that awful word, isn't it, mental, and that mental health. And it's not like that. This illness is like an illness that's, whatever other people's illnesses are, weirdly, people talk about other illnesses, easily, but this one is not something not everybody wants to talk about. But I think over the years, it's become more prevalent that needs to be addressed. and definitely with what we've had over the last couple of years, we definitely need to keep ourselves fit, really, don't we? Actually, what I would say is, my young granddaughter always says, caring, sharing. So actually, she's quite right. It's time to share and care for yourself, and that care is to talk about what you're feeling and going through it. If when you are, and get that, whoever that is, get that help, whether you call them, text them, however, Zoom meet them, or however that's going to be. I think you need to open up, and I think even that will give you, some relief there.
Yeah, absolutely. I think, and this is what the scheme's all about, isn't it? It's travel people trying to help travel people and kind of, like you said, people who are in the same boat, who understand the situation that you've been going through. Tony, you're kind of just about to embark on your kind of mental health first aid training, aren't you? It's really exciting to be a part of it. What are you most looking forward to kind of learning and finding out about? It's one thing, like you said, kind of knowing or wanting to help, but kind of, I suppose, learning the tools of how to do it.
Yeah, it's knowing how to do it. Where to point people in the right direction. I can tell you it's not easy if you're trying to find that that help there. I know myself. I've looked through it, so it's not easy. And I'm looking forward to see what actually, if you like, what's changed since I was younger, and maybe the help that wasn't there, how that's changed. So yeah, look, as I think you wrote in the TTG, if it helps one person in travel, all this, then it's definitely been worth it. And it doesn't even if they don't come to ourselves, but they go to somebody else, then it's definitely worth it. It's quite a stressful environment in travel, and at the moment it's non-stop. So actually mentally, it's draining. You feel, I'm sure everybody goes home and absolutely feels like, I don't know, you've just had 12 rounds with somebody, and that's really what it is. So yeah, I'm actually looking forward to see what these courses are all about, and actually it may help myself. It can be a struggle at times. We all have that thing of not sleeping and waking up in the middle at night and saying, oh, did I check these tickets, or have I done this? And all that is having a mental exhaustion on you, really. So yeah, I'll find it interesting. As I said, it's something that's been in our family a long time. So it'll be interesting to see what other help there is out there as well.
Absolutely. And is there a particular, I suppose, tip or a piece of advice that you'd maybe give someone in your kind of situation, somebody working in the industry for Mental Health Awareness Week? Not necessarily something maybe clinical, but something that you find kind of helps you kind of personally, or?
Yeah, I mean, one thing I would say is that you're not alone. You don't think you're not the only person. As I said, that there'll be people all around you that is struggling. I think you need to be able to, it's like for me, so I don't touch my phone on a Sunday or a Monday. I always have Mondays off because I have the Boomtown Rats thingies. I don't like Mondays. So I always have Sunday and Monday off. And actually, I try not to now. I've tried to stay away from things to do with work. Not look at my phone, not look at my emails, and just totally try to relax. Whether that's watching, some sport on the TV, odd times I'll read, or wherever that is, go for a walk on a Sunday and things, my family's around me. So just to try and not think about travel. I mean, I do think about it a little bit because every time you turn the telly on, there's something on, but to try and, so the social media bit, not that I'm on all social media. I do stay clear of that. I ain't got my own Facebook page or anything, because I think that as a, that can have, you read things, don't you? So for me, it's just trying to clear my mind. And that's because of what's happened, I think, in my family. I've got to try and wind down. Because I don't wind down during the week, I'm forever thinking about work. So I try to clear my mind Sundays and as I said, Monday when I'm not working, and just try and relax in some way or other.
Fantastic. I definitely think that we can all kind of take advice there. I'm very susceptible for those things as well. But Tony, just to say thank you again for your time today. Thanks very much for being part of our Get Travel Talking Champion scheme. As Tony said, necessarily we want it to kind of help everyone and to be there just as a bit of a kind of a network and a support for those who need it. So Tony, I'm really excited to have you on board and for people to get to know you. How can people best get in contact with you, Tony, if they want to kind of find out more about you or kind of speak to you in this kind of this way?
Yeah, so they could always ring my agency, and there's a number on there, 01274 619 141. Email me, that's probably the best way, because that'll pick up before the phone, which is Tony@idletravel, idle as in lazy, .co.uk, and then just give me details of how you want to contact you, and we can, give you a call, have a Zoom meeting, or just across email, whichever people feel comfortable with, just to say hello. And I'll gladly say hello, hopefully help you in whichever direction I can. Be just nice to connect. But yeah, just give me a call in one of them ways, and we'll get talking.
Absolutely, and that's what it's all about. What a fantastic place to end. And thanks for watching, everyone. And Tony, great to have you on board. Thank you.
Thank you.